Welcome to this video on the Zen World channel. My name is Sri Satguru, Buddha Rawa Bhagwan. In today's video, we will talk about something we find common in all the main religions of the world. Okay, although different religions come from different parts of the world, right, and have grown and changed in different parts of the world, there are some commonalities that we find in all religions of the world. Okay, including a belief in something higher, right, a higher experience, okay, or a higher being, right. And we do find this common theme in most religions, that concept of enlightenment, or that concept of God, or that concept of God that comes down as an avatar. So not all religions have all of those, but you see commonalities with them, right? That belief in God is common to most religions, or different gods, or and then you have different specifications within that. Believe in one God or multiple gods, or one God and then deities under God, or and then there's belief in some religions of angels, right? And that's shared in some different religions as well. And then you have belief in saints, right? And then you have belief in prophets, and then you have belief in many, many different things. And one of the things that you find, right, that is common in all beliefs of all religions is a common theme, actually. And it's a common one that you find within all religions, as all religions were created by God, right? And basically are a part of the experience and knowledge of creation and God, right? In that sense, all religions are valid and true and beautiful and of God, right? How could it be any other way, right? Since God created everything. So when a religion has flourished in this world, it's because there's truth behind it, right? As there is truth behind all religions, all faiths, all beliefs, all cultures, as there is truth in everything around us at all time. So one of the things we find common in all these religions is one common belief that you should treat your neighbor like you would like to be treated. So you should treat others like you would like to be treated, right? And you find this common theme in all religions, basically. And then people distort that for one reason or another, right? For some justification that they give themselves, or for any other reason that they come up with in their mind, or any modification of their mind, they forget that. They don't do that. And then that is a basic common theme in all religions, right? As you can find in all the texts and all the beliefs and all the relics of culture of all religions. So when you see basically someone who acts contrary to that, right? For example, no one wants to get killed, so why would you kill someone else? No one wants to get cheated, so why would you cheat someone else? No one likes to be betrayed, so why would you betray someone else, right? No one likes to be ignored, so why would you ignore someone else, right? No one likes to be bullied, so why would you bully someone else, right? No one likes to be abused, so why would you abuse someone else? No one likes to be taken advantage of, so why would you take advantage of someone else, right? And if you use that same basic principle of understanding, you'll realize that if everyone, no matter what religion they're part of, adheres to that belief of their religion, right, and the teachings of their religion in this regard, and of those religious leaders of that religion in this regard, and the founders of that religion, you'll see that all of a sudden there's no more problems anywhere, right? And then it's also treat others like you would like to be treated. If you were in need of help, would you like to be helped when you're in need of help? Yes. So when someone else is in need of help, you should be there to help them, right? But also, would you want to be the one to decide if you get that help, right? And the answer is yes, right? Except if you were in a capacity where you could no longer make that decision, then you'd be happy to get that help. So you should have the right to decide on that help and how, in what form it comes as well from others, right? So, and that basically, would you like your personal beliefs and opinions to be considered when someone makes a decision that involves you, right? And that's yes. So you should do the same for someone else as well. So you see that same understanding, right, functions for all decisions that you make in your life, right? So how do you make the right decisions in life? You know, the decisions that get you across the bridge of God, get you to paradise, get you to eternal life, and all these things. You always make that decision, right? That in every single moment that you would not do anything to anyone else that you would not want done to yourself, right? And if everybody acts in that way and makes the decisions, every single moment decision in that way, all of a sudden there's much less negative stuff happening, right? You know, for example, would you like to be in prosperity, right? Yes. So, so in the same way, your neighbor, would they want to be in prosperity or have the option to be in prosperity? Most likely, yes. You know, so if you were not in prosperity, would you want your neighbor to bring prosperity to you? Most likely, yes, and vice versa, right? So you see that it applies to everything in that sense. You know, peace as well. You know, would you want to be in peace in your life, in your everyday, or would you want to be on the front in war? Most likely peace, right? You know, or return from war to peace, right? Peace. And then basically the same thing applies to others as well. You know, so all of a sudden, if you no longer take action to hurt others and no one takes action to hurt you, well, all of a sudden no one's hurting each other, right? And then you say, well, yes, but there's always people that won't do this, right? So that's when you see that people have turned away from the religions of their cultures, of their place where they are, the religions they've been exposed to. They've turned away from the religion. They've corrupted their understanding of that, and they've ceased believing that God has created all people. So why would you hurt someone else that God has created? Right? Except in self-defense, if you had no choice, really no choice, you know, and with no pleasure at all, you know, and like regret, you know, but no choice. And that's if someone is for example, imposing something on you, right? But, you know, at that point, you know, you have to treat others like you'd want to be treated. And if you make that understanding and that way of taking decisions in your life, always being conscious of this and this common belief of all traditions, all faiths, all cultures, all religions. You know, it's what's taught in school too, right? So we teach it to our students. So to our kids? So why wouldn't we do it ourselves as adults, right? You know, we teach people to be good. You know, to follow the law of the land, right? You know, and that comes through stability of the land, right? And stability of the land comes through stability of its people, its society, right? And that comes through that way of acting where you never take any action that would harm anyone or do anything to anyone that you would not want done to yourself. And all of a sudden you see that takes away corruption from the land, that takes away scams, that takes away everything that target people, you know, all these things, if everyone believes in this matter, you know, and everyone just does it, right? And then you say that some people won't do it, right? And then you say, well, you know, over time, you know, more and more people would do it if we really made a conscious effort to do it all together as a people, right? And to really you know, make a commitment to that, right? And that's why, you know, we have all this common belief in all religions, you know, to treat others like you would want to be treated, you know, to really take no action that would harm others as you would want no one to take any action that harms you, right? So in that way, that's a very good way to practice, right? And as you would like to have joy in your life, to allow others to have joy in their life, right? And all that. So as you would like to have stability, to allow others to have stability. And then some people say, well, I don't want stability. Well, you know, then allowing others to have what they want to have, right? If you want to have something else, well, then that allows you to have the right to something else as long as it doesn't harm others, right? So if you think in that way, everything kind of works out, and you have a clear path on how to take actions to have good karma, right? To take good actions, to have a good life, right? So that's a really good place to start. You know, take no action that you would not, that would harm others. You know, take no action that you would not want done to yourself, right? And also the understanding that that is more important than, for example, making money or any of these different things. You know, any other justification that you could give yourself. You know, it doesn't it doesn't hold up to treating other people well, right? That's worth more than money. You know, if you're shipwrecked on an island, you know, and you're with two or three people or something like that, you know, money is worth nothing, right? But people is worth everything. And that's not different when we're in a city surrounded by millions of people or something like that. You know, we just might have the illusion that that's different, you know, because of ignorance. And ignorance is the greatest tool of the Asura. And the Asura Prakriti, right, is the type of thing that makes you think as a person that it's more important to make money, for example, paper money, you know, that your well-being, either physically or financially or something like that, is more important than someone else's, right? You know, so when you start thinking that you're more important than other people, right? You know, all of a sudden you tread a slippery path. You have to take care of yourself and you're important, right? But other people are important as well, right? Other people were created by God as well. So, you know, in the measure of the sense that you're responsible for taking care of yourself, this is true, and you're important in that sense, right? You have there's an importance of you taking care of yourself, you know, and being that good person. And not everybody has the responsibility of taking care of themselves. But, you know, when people are in positions of responsibility, for example, over others, they have a responsibility to take care of others as well, like they would want to be taken care of, right? So you see that concept again of responsibility that comes in as well. You know, as you're responsible for more people, then that responsibility, you know, grows. So, yeah. So a common concept in all religions and all faiths and all traditions in all cultures, right? That concept of treat others well, and specifically in all religions, right? You know, and we see basically that you know, religions are criticized maybe for some things, you know, because of the application, right? Or what people have done in the name of religion or claiming to do it for religion, you know. But those things that are criticized are those things that led to harming others, most likely, right? You know, and when you look at all those things that harm others, it goes against that essential truth of that religion, which is to not harm others, right? To not do to others what you would not want done to yourself, right? So in that sense, it's important to understand that, you know, it's not the fault of the religion that people do bad things, right? It's the fault of the individual that does not remember that fundamental concept of a religion, right? Which is to do no harm to others, right? If you're not a policeman, you know, don't start policing others, is one of the rules, basically, you know. And if you want a chance, a shot at paradise, you know, in that sense, well then, in that sense, make sure you have the good stories in your life to tell at the moment of your judgment. When you tell the stories of your life and those get you across the bridge over the Vaitarani River to go to heaven, to go to paradise, right? Make sure you have those good stories, because those are the stories that'll get you across. Thank you for listening to this video on the Zen Warrior channel.